members of Game Blood Ties. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Adam. I led the project Blood Ties, and I'm here on behalf, me and Lee on behalf of our team, our programmers, Lee, Ryan, Alex, Kenneth, Sam, and our sole artist Hal, and our music composer Gev.
Leon, do you want to say anything?
My name is Lee. I'm the lead engineering for this game.
It's good to have you here. So, I guess that we'll start off with first question. Where are the team members located and where are you calling from? So, what university, what program, all that?
So we're all part of San Jose State Game Development Club, and we're just, we've just been doing this. Well, it used to be at San Jose State itself, but we just been doing this over Discord, and yeah, we usually just hang out every week, and we make games on the side of finals and stuff.
Cool. We'll go through the credits really quick, just so that people can see. Give it a second. Oh, that automatically clicked. And then once this is done, we'll get into the actual game itself. I remember playing it earlier, and it was really fun. It had that kind of old LucasArts style, or point-and-click style, which is, I think, sorely missing now.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely miss like a lot of old school survival horror, but also just like point-and-click adventure.
Survival horror. That's a genre that's...
Yeah, they used to be really clever with just really creative in different ways that they can explore that genre. So I thought of just like, what if we could just bring that back and just a little bit of like a reminisce those days.
Definitely. Awesome. All right, let's begin the game. So I'm gonna hit start. So, where did the idea of, along with this inspiration coming from survival horror games, what other places did you find inspiration for the game?
So yeah, like old, really old, like survival horror. Like I think what's one of the first one, if not the first one, was Sweet Home by Capcom, and that was the initial inspiration when I saw my friend. He made like just like a Pac-Man game for a school project, and I thought like, what if it just takes place in like an actual haunted mansion and the ghosts were like actually scaring you. So I just thought, like, because I've never really made a game like from start to finish before, so I thought like with his expertise, and maybe I can just design a game around something like Pac-Man, top down, and it just reminded me of this, the old school survival horror game from Capcom, which like predates Resident Evil. And Sweet Home was like a game where you were going around this house, and there's like a JRPG battle mechanic to it, and I thought it was really cool to just like, like just have a survival horror but JRPG mixed together.
Yeah, definitely.
We initially designed the game with a JRPG battle mechanic, really simplified in mind, but just due to time constraints, we didn't have a lot of time, so we just cut that out. And yeah, that just allowed us to focus on what's really, I think, at the core of this game, which is really the mystery of the house. And
what happened, where everybody went.
Yeah, like I really like the idea of like, there's something really cozy about like a haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like familiar and normal at first. So anything that seems off is immediately creepy.
It's one of those things where it's like very, like the haunted house has been a thing for so long that well, like you said, it makes sense. Like if something was amiss with our home, we would know it immediately.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no.
So there's a big like mystery behind this all, and I think focusing on that mystery was definitely a way to go. That limitation of like, you know, we couldn't fit in every feature. I think it worked out for the best because yeah, we could focus on, you know, the core concept of like allowing the player to giving them the tool set to figure out what the story is, and just to like decide on, because we gave them a little test at the end, a little pop quiz, and you know, it just allows them to be like an actual detective in the story. One thing that I really like liked about there's like a YouTube video by Game Maker's Toolkit, and he talks about detective mechanics in like detective games, and there are ones that yeah, it's like it's really eye-opening, like when you see like there's a lot of games that do detective mechanics like really well, and then there are ones that are just they want to nudge the player towards, you know, one thing, and it doesn't really allow them to
oh no,
solve
this is
the case.
Right, like
Yeah, so this is the part where things kind of go wrong.
things get real.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Disco Elysium recently because it recently got the final cut, and that's an example of a really good. That's another example that I'm thinking of when I think of really good detective games. That is a blood trail. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've definitely got to check out Disco Elysium. Heard it's really good mystery, that game.
I will say I really like the sound design of like this of the house, because it started off silent, but now it's getting like more and more ominous as, you know, we explore the house more. It's so I guess the next question that I have is what were each of your roles, kind of like going a bit more in depth into what y'all worked on for this?
Well, I led the project, but I kind of just like got messy with, you know, with Unity, because like Unity is one of the things I really wanted to get into eventually. I'm more comfortable with Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
And
most of the time it's the opposite for students, I think.
Oh yeah, no, like a lot of people prefer Unity, and I was afraid of it, but Unity is great. You know, a lot of things to learn about it, but I think, you know, there are definitely a lot of benefits to Unity, and it was definitely easy for me to pick up, especially with the help of our programmers. Like our programmers just set up a bunch of things, all those variables and everything. I just, you know, it was really fun just tweaking different variables to set up events. So yeah,
a lot
like
more user friendly for you to experience.
Oh yeah, like props to my team for just making everything just run smoothly. We had like 4 programmers, or like 5 programmers, or like even just like working all in one project, and it was a miracle that everything just stayed together.
Definitely. And Lee, I think.
Yes. That will be me.
You can talk about anything, any part that, or what you worked on, how you found it, how it was for you.
I actually when Adam comes into our club, and we have a section where we choose a team so that we can dedicate our time to like make a game for maybe one semester or maybe a year. And Adam idea is very interesting because I like horror game, and I have been in SJSU club for like a year, and all they do, I don't want to throw shade at anyone, but all they do is platformer, and I'm kind of sick of it. So that's why when Adam just come up with horror game, I like that. That's my thing. And for my role, I do set up the room that you got, that like the character walking in right now. I previously work on the camera, which is like, as you can see, it's follow the character. But then I got like another programmer. He take it off over me, and then he improved it.
So yeah, this, like the game in general, like it very much does have like that horror vibe to it, where it's like it's a mystery, but also there's something deeply wrong with a lot of the mystery, or like there's something deeply wrong here.
Yeah, it definitely ramps up. There different. I don't know. I guess I can call it chapters. They're just two halves of the game, and in the latter half, things kind of definitely go
I
crazy.
think that theoretically speaking, we might not have time to get to that part, but also
Right.
that'll be a good cliffhanger for people to if you're interested in the game, then there's so much more. There's so much for you to find out on your own too.
It's a lot of mystery to unearth.
Mm-hmm.
Just to follow up what Lee said, yeah, the game definitely went through a lot of different iterations, and we didn't even land on a 2.5D ish look to this game until we kind of hit another constraint with just time and art. We only have one artist, and I had to kind of come in with background design, and then with Lee, Lee set up the initial game mechanics, and then Ryan came in and just really professionalized all of the movement and camera systems. So this game has definitely seen a lot of improvements, and again, props to the team for just sticking with us, with this project until the very end.
And there is definitely not. This is definitely going to have something. Oh, there's the gun. They mentioned earlier, where's the gun? Oh, it's a teddy bear. That's ominous in a horror game.
You gotta ask questions when there's just things that are just not where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, the gun and I feel like the gun and the teddy bear and this. Okay. Why? Teddy bear? No. What a flower. So how long have you been working on this game?
We've been working on this for almost a year.
Okay.
Like 8 months. Yeah. So
I really like I really like the general art style, but the 3D this cutout or this transition is really cool to me. I really like really like it. It gives me kind of it feels stylistic because of the fact that there's the change makes it feel a lot more stylistic, and it's a really good model too. Like the perspective is good, the lighting the lighting makes it pop too. I really like it in general.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that we used technically we used both Unreal and Unity for this game because the backgrounds were set up in Unreal. That's the only way I could actually do this.
I didn't even think you could do that. That's really cool.
And yeah, these are just pictures, so it did end up being really good fix to our problem of time constraints and art assets. Because yeah, I was comfortable with Unreal, and still Unreal's lighting is really
it's really good.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. We can't even by our eyes, we can't even really tell the difference. You gotta sometimes do what you have to do in order to make sure you get those assets out.
Yeah, and I think it worked out because we were also trying to go for that old school feeling, and the pre-rendered backgrounds are definitely something that people miss.
I absolutely do after playing some. I have a couple final questions because we're going to be wrapping up right now. But the two questions are: do you have any do you have plans for the game's future development? And also, do you have anything to say to anybody in the audience? Any shout outs? Any sort of anything?
Oh yeah, shout outs to SJSU, Game Development Club. Everybody there is just super passionate about making games, and they're making games while they have finals. So that's
impressive.
Crazy.
That's really impressive.
Awesome. So yeah, just shout out to them, and just this is my first game from start to finish. So I have no programming expertise, so just dive into anything that you have remote interest in, and just see where it takes you. Yeah, and for in terms of working on this game, we will definitely be. I'll definitely be working on a little polishes here and there. I definitely want to try looking into Unity's like lighting system with like their sprites. I think that's cool and definitely help with the horror aspects to the game. And yeah, I want to still polish it a little bit more. I think we can still use that.
Awesome. Lee, you just came at the perfect time. Is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to in the audience? Because we're wrapping up right now.
Oh, I believe Lee was got disconnected. Some Discord issues.
That makes sense.
But I know Lee wants to plug our San Jose State Development Club website, so I'll put a link in the chat.
For sure. We also have some professors from some professors from SJSU. So yeah, thank you all
Nice.
so much for speaking with us, for talking about the game, for submitting it, and we're really excited to see where you guys go in the future.
Awesome. Thank you.